Hello friends, welcome back. So in this video we are going to continue what is trunk VLAN, because this is a continuation video in which we are seeing types of VLAN. We have seen a default VLAN, what is management VLAN, and how do we monitor and manage the switch remotely using this management VLAN device. So, and also we have seen what is data VLAN, how we can segregate the users in the name of data VLAN across the switching network. So let's begin with the next topic. So we are going to see what is native VLAN, but in order to understand native VLAN, we should know what is trunk port and why do we need trunk port. So in this scenario or in this video, we are going to see why do we need trunk port. Let's justify why we need trunk port in a switching network. So in order to prove that information, so we are going to work on this lab today, and I'm going to show you what was the legacy solution being used before trunk port, and what is the reason we use trunk ports in the switching network. So let's begin. So I'm going to quickly create a network. I'm going to extend this network. Let's say this is in a building called building 1, and you are going to have another let's say this is building 1, and you're going to have another building here which is building 2, let's say, and you're going to create one. You're extending this network across building, and you have other users like your data user, HR user, and then management and default VLAN. Every users, all these users are there on the other building as well, which which we want to communicate between them. Like between these two switches, these users are seated, and these users should communicate end to end between the buildings, across the building, or between these two switches. So we are going to see that. Let's begin. So I'm going to create a switch over here, which is in the second building, switch 2, and then I'm going to assign PC for default VLAN, PC for okay, let's avoid default VLAN, PC for management VLAN, PC for data VLAN, and PC for HR VLAN. Let's have three VLAN PC systems. This is building 2, and this is going to be okay. So this is a brand new switch we are going to connect. So let's connect this PC, this switch, okay, and this switch to switch is going to be the crossover cable. As you know, basic from CCNA topic, you can see between the switches, two similar switches can be configured, connected using a crossover cable. So dissimilar devices can be connected through the straight 3 cable. So that's what we have done here for the connection, and then we go for fast Ethernet. Fast Ethernet 0/2 is this, 0/3, fast Ethernet 0/4. So we have connected, and as I said, this PC is going to be 1.1.1.101. Let's say this is a management VLAN 99. Similarly, this PC is going to be 1.1.1.21, let's say, and this is a data finance VLAN 10. And this PC is belong to the HR department, and this is 1.1.1.12 data HR VLAN 20. That's it. So we are going to see whether we are able to communicate between these two between these two buildings. Though these PCs or belong to their corresponding department, will they be able to achieve communication between their other department colleagues? That's what we are going to see. First, let's assign these IP quickly. So for this PC, we are going to assign 1.1.1. Okay, sorry, 1.1.1.100. Sorry, it is 1.1.101, 255.255.255.0, and let's assign this as 1.1.1.21, 255.255.255.0, and similarly we are going to assign this with the IP 1.1.1.12 with the mask /24, Okay. So let's try to ping and check whether we are able to ping between each other since they are connected to the switch. So we have configured IP 101 for the management VLAN here, and I'm going to ping from this management system to this management system across the building, though they belong to the same department or the management department. Let's try to ping 1.1.1.100. So it is not pinging. Why? Similarly, if you go to HR, they will not be able to ping 1.1.1.11. It will not ping. Why? Because the interface between these two switch is not a trunk link. In other words, this is an access link which belong to the default VLAN. You can see the switch here, show VLAN, and what is this? FA0 slash 6, and this is FA0 slash 1. So if you see FA0 slash 6, it is still belong to default VLAN. That's why we are not able to ping. So if you, let's say if you assign one more PC system here, and you are going to connect this system with this thing and try to assign an IP like, let's say 1.1.1.2 and then 255.255.255.0 and ping 1.1.1.1. It will ping. It will take some time because this PC is now belong to, if you see this PC's port, it is FA0 slash 5. Go to this switch and check show VLAN. You will see this fast Ethernet 0 slash 1 is belong to default VLAN, and fast Ethernet, this port is fast Ethernet 0 slash 5 is also belong to the default VLAN. So it will be pinging. So if you go to the switch and check now, it will ping the default VLAN. But it's still not able to ping the management VLAN because they are in a different VLAN, and the link between these two switches is the access link. That is why I wanted to prove that, so I added one more PC 7 as a default VLAN PC. 1.2. So let's let's fix this issue. So what is the one way? Yes, so the legacy solution is we can assign port between these two switches so that we can communicate between these two VLANs across these building. So let's say you want to communicate between management VLAN 1.1.1 to this PC dot 100. So how do? We can assign one more port here and then do it like this. So this port is now FE0 slash 7 and this port is FE0 slash 6. We are going to configure that in the management VLAN. So just go to config mode, interface FE0 slash 7. This is 7 as I said, right? Yes. And then go to switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 99. And then no shut. Show VLAN. You can see the port number 7 has been assigned to the management VLAN. You can save it. Similarly, go to this switch and this port is FA0 slash 6. So we are going to configure FA0 slash, you can notice FA0 slash 6 is in default VLAN now. So we are going to configure FA0 slash 6, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN, VLAN 99, no shut, show VLAN. So you can see the VLAN, fast Ethernet 0 slash 6 has been assigned to the VLAN management VLAN. So, but let's do one more fix. So we have a VLAN man as a VLAN 00 something random. So we are going to change it as VLAN 99 name MGMT. Show VLAN. So it's been fixed. Now this port is assigned to the VLAN management VLAN. So now let's check whether we are able to ping between management VLAN. So earlier it was not pinging. Now if you ping, you will be able to ping each other. So it would take some time since the interface between them is initiating. So between these two switch, we have created another access link dedicated to the management VLAN. So let's check whether this management port has been configured here. FA0/2 is not yet assigned. So just go to interface FA0/2 switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 99 motion end. So I'm going to take brief. They are good to go now. So now just check one more time whether this PC is going to communicate each other. So it will communicate now. So right now the system is initiating. You can see the orange blink here. So once it becomes green, you will be able to communicate between this management system to the other management system on the other building through this access link. So you can see now it will be pingable. So similarly, you can put another dedicated link between these two switch 1 and switch 2 for a data VLAN, for a data HR VLAN as well. So that's how we can communicate between these two buildings or between these two switches among the VLANs using a dedicated access link between for each and every VLAN. So the major disadvantage over here is you are wasting the ports because for each and every VLAN you are going to assign one more port in this switch. So the switch will be utilized very badly here because they are going to give more ports for these dedicated VLANs, which is unnecessary. So there is a different solution for that because these ports can be used for allotting different users, major users, or for connecting another switch to extend your network or scale your network further. So instead of that, we are wasting the ports just like that for creating an access link for a dedicated VLAN like data VLAN and HR VLAN. So of course there are only one PCs on across all these departments, and we are going to waste one port for this switch. So to avoid to eliminate this legacy solution and to replace it, we are going to create a trunk link between switch 1 and switch 2, and this is the reason we go for a trunk link. This is the major reason in the network. So we will see how do we configure trunk link and how it works in the next video. I hope this video is useful to you, and the most important information in this video is to emphasize why do we go for trunk link, the reason. So that's the major purpose of this video. I hope you understand it. Thank you so much for listening.